Back in November, the Chiefs lost a thriller in their first matchup against the Chargers. Can Los Angeles finish the sweep? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Fighting to stay upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 46. Off the play fake, Herbert. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So that complicates things a bit here. 8. Yards to go now on second down. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Tommy Townsend now. As he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 41-yard. The offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
On first down, Justin Herbert. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 113 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and touchdown!
Complete at the 1. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the the season.
And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Mahomes to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yep, and the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
John Franklin Myers.
What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Mahomes. Well, he's going to go for it all.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And that'll set them back 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
On second down, Eckler. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, it's Herbert. Flush to his right. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now it's Herbert. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Chris Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Kramer. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Herbert now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They're going to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Herbert operating from the red zone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him pulled down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 28-0.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
So we've come to... No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for him. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. It's Ekeler again. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Draw play. It's Ekeler. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Play action. It's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hall. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Ekeler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Ekeler, they run left side. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Ekeler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Touchdown, Chargers. David Njoku with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Mahomes now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive. the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
On gain of 3, brings up 2nd and goal at the Chargers 7-yard line.
One more time with Edwards-Helaire.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The handoff. It's Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now after the running play, we've got a man. Down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
The Chargers on 3rd down. How about this stat? A perfect 9 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. Let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Once more, here's Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the 1st down. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Bosa's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. KC's offense ready to take over.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. One final try for Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.